Welcome to Maximum Speed Racing. Here tonight we're running 250 laps at Bristol Motor Speedway in Nationwide cars. I've been practicing for quite a little while, running some pretty hot laps. I've got a lot of nice paint schemes out on the track here, so hopefully you guys can kick back and enjoy the racing tonight. Check out some paint schemes and follow your favorite driver. I know some of you got some of your favorite drivers picked that you guys want to see win. So hopefully these guys will do you right and take you to victory lane. So, but joining me in the booth here tonight, I got Aaron Davis. Welcome, Aaron, and thanks for helping out tonight, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, you were out on the track, Aaron. What did you think of this setup?
The setup, it's I played around with the steering ratios a lot, and it could be really free at times, but most of the time it's really tight, and the preferred line is up at top, and there's just bumps everywhere up top, and it's rough and it's hard on, like when you're turning the wheel, it's just bumpy every single lap, so that's gonna play a factor because your arms are going to get tired from turning so much and the wheel bouncing, so that's going to play a major role in here tonight.
Bumps are not good.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, so.
Well, we got Don King here in the MaxSpeedTV car, running the colors of MaxSpeedTV. Appreciate that, Don. Thanks to Michael Pico for painting him up a car today and working diligently on that for him. Michael's also in the booth with me. I'm not sure if we're going to get him to say too much tonight. He's broadcasting on MaxSpeedTV 2. And we'll be working on some camera angles. If you guys want to click on the multi-twitch. I'm not sure if Michael threw that multi-twitch up for you or not. You can watch it from MaxSpeedTV.com. You can go watch both channels live right from there.
Yeah, hi Aaron, hi Rudy, how you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Yeah, I don't, multi-twitch, you'll be able to see it over at MaxSpeed.com, but I'm going to be working on some cameras and stuff tonight, so I won't be able to actually be in the chat room, but I want to say hello to all the fans and stuff.
Yeah, practice up, buddy.
Yeah, I'm working on it, guys. We got a lot coming up in the future here. A lot of big announcements, a lot of new things happening with MaxSpeedTV, so I'm doing my best to get up there and get ready for it, guys, so bear with me.
He's been working pretty hard here. He's been taking in a lot of new information. It's kind of been a little bit overbearing, hasn't it, Michael?
Oh, yeah, I'm about to have a brain hemorrhage. sort of like you did when you were getting ready to do this.
Oh, it's, phew, man, it's just a lot to remember, a lot to take in, but you know, the longer you do it, you know, a month from now you'll be going, this ain't nothing, you know, and then it's just trying to work on it and get better is all.
Yeah, well, you know, it helps to know that there's quite a few fans out there that appreciate this, because they're here every night watching and enjoying the race, and the only way that's going to happen is if we do our job right. So we must be doing something right, because they're all here every night, and it makes it all worth it. All the time that we spend, you know, day and night, and fighting and arguing, whatever it takes to get it done. You know, we've done it all.
Yeah.
A lot of heavy drinking, a lot of arguing, just. But
yeah, but it's all in fun. You know, we love each other like brothers. No homo.
We all kiss and make up at the end, and it's all great.
That's right. But the thing of it is like you said, Michael, we do it for our fans. Everybody happy with watching the broadcast and having a great viewing experience.
But yeah, MaxSpeedTV is nothing without those viewers. So I'm having technical difficulties. But you know, without the viewers, we can't. None of this is worth any of it. So, love having you guys out there.
All right, we got just a little less than 8 minutes here till qualifying. So, Aaron, can you think of any other high notes that we might want to throw out there to the fans?
About the track, the first couple laps are going to be really hectic because the restarts, as I think you just saw there on the pit party, that's going to the tire spin here in Dover that is really bad. But the first couple of laps, the cars drive amazing. So people are going to be scrambling for positions, because if they don't, then they're going to be stuck in this little contained line, because their tires are going to go away within the first 5 laps, and they just need to get the most positions they can. So we may see a couple cautions early on in the run-in.
I was just doing a replay here, watching Sean Butler. Man, he like went clear up out of the track somewhere, come back down, and then he went clear into the infield. That was crazy. Wow. But anyhow, yeah, as you were saying here, sorry. That was pretty nuts.
People just need to watch their restarts and just have throttle control on them, and we should get some good green flag runs in.
Yeah, we see a lot of people, coming off the turns and hitting the throttle just maybe a little bit too quick, and these things are a little light in the rear end, and they will come around on you pretty quick.
I got a couple seconds to run a couple laps. The fixed set seems pretty stable, actually. But
yeah.
To tell you the truth, I was out there by myself, so I really don't know how fast or how slow I was going, actually.
Yeah. Well, they're getting ready to run another pit party right now, so. Out there and get a couple laps in with these guys. The Lee brothers are on the point. Tommy will cuss me out for that later.
Alright, if I had to pick somebody tonight, it's going to be Don King from MaxSpeedTV, because this is his favorite track. He's really good here.
Oh yeah.
I'm expecting him to really, as long as he doesn't get banged up, I think he's going to do real good here tonight.
Yeah, he's been talking about this all day today, looking forward to tonight. So, yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. Probably let it go for one of the usual guys that was up front. Probably going to go with Kevin Schofield. I think he's going to be watching him in practicing. He does seem to have that throttle and great that's needed. And he knows the line that he's got to take the pass.
Since I was on short terms with this, I haven't watched a lot of the guys practice, but I think Sean Butler is a good chance to win tonight, because he's on a high note after the Atlanta truck race, finished second, almost getting the win, and he's just so good here. He's running second in times right now. I just think he's going to be up at the front at the end.
Oh, I see how you are, Aaron. That's a pretty safe fix if he wins every race. Track,
He won the Gen 6 race last night too at Indianapolis.
I didn't catch that, so he was on a huge wave of momentum, and I think he locked in the truck championship too, didn't he?
He's already got that championship. Going into the race next week, he didn't have to start racing. He said, "I'm telling you what, guys, I'm going out there all out." So. look for him next week to have the pedal to the metal and not back off for nothing.
Let's not forget about Travis Townsend, you know. He's like, if Sean's not there, he can win it. No, he's one of my favorite picks, and for the same reason. He always wins. But what do you guys think he can do here tonight? I mean, this is a little different for him, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little different. I don't see where he's been really dominating here in practice. I can barely hear you guys.
But Stephen Pearson, he's another guy to watch too. He's running fourth right now in practice, and he's just all around fast at every track we go to.
He sure is. Yeah, he ran excellent last night in the Gen 6. He's there in the trucks. They're good last night. So yeah, you're right. We've got a lot of really good drivers out here, and you know, I brag these guys up a lot because they deserve the bragging on. Because they're all racing so clean. When it comes race time, I'm telling you what, it's clean racing time.
We also got the number 20 of Kevin Schofield.
Yeah, that's right. It's good racing.
And if we're watching this little pit party train here, that's how I think this race is going to be tonight. They're going to be in a train. I think you're going to have to move somebody, I think, if you want to get by them, because it's going to take so long, a couple laps, you're going to tear your tires up on the bottom and try to pass them.
I thought I had these set. They were so loud I could barely hear you guys. And I know I like them up there so you can hear the cars, but you know, they don't need to be quite as loud as I have them. So I apologize for this guy about having to turn the camera down. I usually do this stuff before I go live, and I thought I had it pretty much set, but it was kind of ear-shattering to me, and I could barely hear my commentators. I can turn you guys up. Let me turn you guys' volume up. Aaron, I've got you up all the way. You might have to just speak up a little bit.
All right.
7 seconds to qualifying, guys. We don't have any communication with the chat room tonight, so we really can't ask the viewers unless somebody goes over there and checks out the chat room. I really can't at this point.
I'll go over and do that right now.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yep.
All right, so getting ready to qualify here. We'll light up the qualifying board and let's see where all the guys rolling here tonight. 250 laps here at this, I think it's, what is it, 5/8 miles or half mile? Half mile, I think.
Yeah,
I believe it's a half mile. Yeah.
And it's egg-shaped here, so I believe, let's see, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is a kind of a wide sweeping turn, and 3 and 4 is a little bit tighter. I believe that's the way it is.
It all seems the same to me when I'm out there. I can't tell the difference half the time.
Well, it does make a little bit of a difference. You got to remember which turn you're in, for when you need to come down pit road, because your pit road entrances will change. Oh, I know something I wanted to do. I wanted to reset this real quick before we do.
Yeah, I always thought that was kind of confusing too. You know, if you're not at a green flag pit stop, it's pretty tough because you get confused of where to enter.
Yeah.
All right, guys in the chat room out there, like I said again, glad to see y'all. If we're having any technical difficulties or sound problems, can you let us know, please?
Yeah, I don't know how much Aaron's going to be watching, you know, the viewers, but you know, that's where we were talking about, you know, caretaker, maybe giving him a little admin duties in there to kind of keep the chat room clean while we're broadcasting. So that might be something that we may have.
Yeah, caretaker's a good guy, but he really likes dollar bills, so get ready to pay him.
He likes dollar bills, huh? Okay.
Nothing personal, caretaker.
Yeah, I'll be watching the chat during cautions, and I'll be just commentating with you, Rudy, during green flag.
Okay. Yeah, Kevin Schofield on the pole right now with a 15.266. So
Smoking fast.
Yeah, and that was my pick. Now, if he can keep that out front, we may see him bring it to victory lane. But you know, like you were talking about earlier, Michael, don't count out Travis Townsend. A couple more, you know, you might want to think about too. Tommy Lee and Dustin Lee; those guys are very good at short tracks. They love this stuff. One that we've been kind of not really talking a lot about is Danny McCoon. Danny McCoon is a short track guru, for lack of a better word. Loves the short tracks, and you know, Stephen Pearson is another one, and Don King. So we've got a lot of good guys up front here. It's just going to be all about keeping their car clean all the way to the end, and they only have one reset.
I think that's going to be used up pretty fast, just because a 0X will get it taken away, and there's going to be some bumping tonight.
Yep.
They just need to take it easy, get in a rhythm, and then, you know, just fall asleep, so to speak.
Yeah. Just zone out. Don't worry about what people are saying in the room or something. Just zone out and hit your marks and get into a rhythm, like you said, Michael.
And I think that's what you see old Travis doing, is just taking it real easy, saving everything, and then look out at the end.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to save that. Save your tires, save the fenders, just save the car the whole way. And some of these guys are really good at doing that. Sean Butler's one. We've seen him many, many times. Lay back just long enough, and come 10 to go, here he comes, and he winds up winning it. Now, he's only 15 one-thousandths of a second off of the pole sitter, Kevin Schofield. So I don't believe we're going to see side-by-side racing. We may for a lap, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be, like you said, it's going to be everybody get in, single file, ride it out, get some laps into this thing before we start seeing people start trying to pass. And you got to definitely, you got to get some heat in these tires. All right, so that does it for qualifying.
Yeah, anyone out there trying to get too aggressive at the start and passing a lot of people is making some foolish moves, I think, here.
Yeah. Aaron, I'll do the first 10, and you want to do the rest of them?
Yeah, I will.
All righty. Okay, we're going to wait for everybody to kind of get on grid here. All right, Kevin Schofield on the point here in the number 20. Sean Butler starting outside of him on the 88. Danny McCoon third in the number 77. In fourth, the 85 of Stephen Pearson. In fifth, the 83 of Travis Townsend. In sixth, the 23 of Don King. In seventh, the 33 of Tommy Lee. Starting outside of him, his brother Dustin Lee. In ninth, the 41 of Christopher Perryman. In 10th, the 44 of Teddy Wisniewski. Aaron?
11th, the 00 of Robert Craze. In 12th, the 55 of Stephen Hollingsworth. In 13th, the 54 of Michael Norris. In 14th, the number 9 of William Kirk. In 15th, the number 18 of Mike Ellis, and rounding out the field in 16th, the number 16 of Stuart Redmond.
Okay, we've got a couple here in the back. Brandon Thomas going to be starting in the, it's not really the 20th, but he'll be starting in the number 7. And Kevin O'Brien in the 84, Ed Hewitt in the number 30.
I'm sorry, I missed those.
Yeah, these guys did not qualify, so, but boy, a lot of pretty paint jobs out here tonight, I'm telling you guys. Wow.
Yeah, I really like Brandon Thomas's.
All right, so everybody taken to the grid, and we're ready to roll off now and get this thing underway, guys. As Kevin Schofield leads him around, and he decides he wants to start on the outside, which in the past I've always seen the outside a very good place to start, you know, to get this thing rolling. Like you were talking about, Aaron, the outside line kind of is the line to run. It's rough, but that's the line that has the most grip. And that is the driver's prerogative, the pole setter's prerogative to start on, you know, whichever lane he wants to start on. So he decides to start on the outside, go for it. All right, one more lap, and we'll be under green. I'm sorry, Aaron, I didn't mean to step on you.
It's okay. I would like to see how Sean takes off on this restart, if he can clear him on the inside, because I've seen that happen in the past before here. Even though the outside is the preferred line, the leader could get a bad restart and Sean just shoot up out of a cannon out of turn 1 and take the lead.
Alright, we'll call this down here and get him rolling.
Alright. The pace car is off. Green flag. And Sean gets a slow restart and Kevin pulls away.
Inside, Danny McCoon now coming up on the inside in see, that would be the number 77. Gotta get my stuff squared away here, I'm sorry.
Can't pull that pass off because Sean, he just pulls out on the high side with all that momentum. Stephen Pearson falls back into the 4th position right behind Danny McCoon. Travis Townsend behind him with some connection issues. And Donald King in the 6th position running good for MaxSpeedTV. Tommy Lee and Dustin Lee is battling Christopher Perryman is challenging Dustin Lee right now for the 9th position on the bottom, but I don't think he can do it. As Travis Townsend pulls the car out of the way because of connection issues. William Kirk behind them running in the high line. And Stephen Hollingsworth running the low line, see if he can do anything, but I don't think it's working too well for him. He may have a problem as Teddy Wisniewski goes by and Mike Ellis is working on him. And that's most of the battles in the field right now.
So Travis Townsend, what did he do? He got off the track? Or what did he do?
Yeah, he had connection issues.
Oh, brother.
And he was blinking really bad, and I think he's pulled it behind the wall.
Don King, MaxSpeedTV, now in the 5th position, moving up. He's going to slowly creep up there, I'm sure, if I know Don. Thomas Lee right behind him, though.
Sean Butler already 0.8 of a second behind our leader. Kevin Schofield pretty much kind of checking out on the field early on.
Yeah, he just got that good restart and just pulled away from the field.
Yeah, Don King, you're now 3.1 seconds behind the leader, but he's running that low line, and I don't know, unless he knows something, he's found something down there that nobody else has found, I'm not sure. But Tommy Lee and Dustin Lee both going by him on the high side.
The high line just carries so much momentum, you just can't get the run off the bottom, and they just clear coming off of the corner.
And
yeah, he might just feel a little safer down there right now because everyone's racing that high line pretty fast.
Christopher Perryman gets by him also, so Don King does lose a couple positions on that. He does go back to the 8th position.
And there's a battle back here with William Kirk and Teddy Wisniewski right now, and Mike Ellis. Teddy Wisniewski on the low side, and Mike Ellis is looking high on William Kirk as they're moving all around the track right now. As Teddy falls back, this low line is not working. Oh, Mike Ellis!
Oh, Mike Ellis getting hit.
Oh, big one.
Mike Ellis getting bumped right there, and let's go back and watch that in instant replay.
Brandon Thomas is involved.
Like maybe if go back here to the first, it looked like maybe he might have checked up a little bit, and Teddy Wisniewski up and had a good run on him.
Yeah, and he hit William Kirk there too, going in.
Yeah, he did.
The 44 took a pretty good dent in the back of his car, and he got hit by 2 or 3 other cars, being a 55, I think, in there too.
But I think Mike Ellis ran into the back of William Kirk, and that's what got him loose. So okay, well, the guys get it in here. First caution out on lap 14.
And we get to re-rack them again and see how everybody does on this restart here. See if Sean Butler can just get by Kevin Schofield, because he just pulled away on the field.
That's for sure. He did, man. That was amazing. That was one heck of a restart, or a heck of a start on the race. Didn't pull out that much already. Mike Ellis going down pit road now. I think he must have missed his pit road before.
He's going, which one is it? Which one is it? Hell, the back end of his car just tore up. Doesn't look like he's going to use a reset. Looks like he's just going to take some tires, but I could be wrong.
You'll know when he goes to pull away, the car will reset.
Yeah, Mike Ellis did take a reset and coming back out.
Alright, so restarting here, we're going to have Kevin Schofield, Sean Butler, Danny McCombs, Stephen Pearson, and Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee up to the 5th position already. Dustin Lee 6th, Christopher Perryman 7th, Robert Craze 8th, Stephen Hollingsworth 9th, Brandon Thomas 10th, Kevin O'Brien up to 11th.
I tell you what, Tommy Lee and Dustin Lee, they cannot get away from each other. Every race that I see them in, they are just back to back, just side by side every race, and they've moved up every position, just on each other's bumpers.
Yeah, I know. It's good to see them too race as hard as they do. You know, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so they just click together really well. They probably spend a lot of time on the track in different races all the time.
Well, I talked to Tommy last night. You're talking about Tommy and Dustin, right? Just make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was talking to him last night about that, and he said, yeah, he said they work together so well, like in super speedways and stuff. He said, we just click, you know, so I'm sure that they've learned to race around each other and probably communicate well. And, but you know what? They're not even in the same room in TeamSpeak, so they must be communicating on the track or in private channel.
Little telepathy going on. It's all right.
And coming to get the restart here. You want to call it down, Rudy?
Sure thing. Kevin Schofield, pace car's off, and Kevin's going to lead him down. Green flag. Here we go. Let's see if Sean. Oh, he had one jump there. Looked like Sean spun the tires on the takeoff.
That was almost really bad. Now, if there's a bottleneck back here in the field, Zandy McCoon tries to take second away from Sean Butler, but can't do it.
Sean needs to gather back up and get back underway. And wow, that was a pretty close call right there.
Yeah, it was really close. He almost spun Kevin. And back in the field, oh, they're spinning. Dustin Lee is in the inside wall with Teddy. I think that's Teddy Wisniewski, I'm not sure.
51 and the 55 spinning.
Yep. Yeah, it looked like Tommy Lee got up into the outside wall there and bounced off, and they were 3 wide below him.
but boy, Dustin trying to avoid him. Dustin went down the hill. Like Dustin right inside into
Yeah.
Dustin's going to go clear back to the 17.
That was Stephen Hollingsworth, I think.
Oh, wasn't
It sort of looked like there was a little bit of netcode with Tommy Lee and Christopher Perryman as Tommy tried to arc it off the corner.
Guys, Sean Butler, whatever they're having on the start, reeling in Kevin Schofield here, and you know what, staying right on the ball really well.
Now he caught him really fast.
Yeah, he's only 0.3 of a second behind him. That's right in striking distance. Take lap 25 out of 250.
Ouch.
It'll be a long race.
Oh yeah.
It is.
But you know, it don't take long to
Oh.
go with caution.
It looks like Kevin O'Brien was in that with Teddy Wisniewski in the 44, also involved. Yep, Stewart's in it.
Stewart and we'll go to go to instant replay.
I just watched it in regular time. It looked almost the same deal with Tommy Lee, just in the inside wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Robert Craze bounced off the outside wall and come down and hit Teddy. And then
Kevin O'Brien just trying to get through, mind his own business.
and Teddy coming up the hill and collecting into Stuart Redmond. So
I tell you, Robert Craze took a hard hit on the inside wall. That car is done for.
he sure did. I believe he's got a reset though, so he may be able to get that thing back up here. It looks like maybe Stuart Redmond may have taken his car behind the wall.
Yeah, man, Teddy Wisniewski did.
Oh man, why? We got a reset.
And I think the two leaders have pitted under that, Kevin Schofield and Sean Butler, but I don't think anybody else has. No, I'm sorry, Danny McCoon did not pit, but most of the field did pit, I think.
Right, Danny McCoon did not. Still has not pitted. Him and Stephen Pearson, Christopher Perryman, and Brandon Thomas, and Robert Craze. Robert Craze still has not pitted, so Robert must have not had too awful much damage on that car. He's back in 15th, but he did not pit yet.
I think he may just be a lap down, and he has to wait the extra lap since he wrecked.
I think the most damaging areas to be involved in a wreck on this track is on the straightaways, because you have that upward bank in the turns, you know, and if you happen to be spinning and heading towards that wall, you do lose some speed coming up that bank into the wall.
And the track is so confined, it's just nowhere to go when a car spins and comes up on the track. You're basically just stuck in there. And if you have other cars around you, you just get bottlenecked without control.
That's why I hate when they have no runoff from this car. The track is pretty small, but this is another one of them self-cleaning tracks. You know that if you hit the outside wall, you immediately go to the inside. If there's a car there, you're going to take that car out with you. There's just no place to go. It's not like infield grass you can slide out across. So if you hit the inside wall, you may come back up onto the track again and take out another car.
Yep.
Seen that. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate, you know, that there isn't enough room on this track to have that. You can't do it on half mile. So, all right, Danny McCoon leading him around, and shake up here. He's led 3 laps already. Looks like our previous leader there, Kevin Schofield, going to be restarting 5th. Leader here is going to start on the outside. Pace car ducks off. Green, green, green. Let's see what these guys got now is Stephen Pearson. Tucks right up on the back bumper of the leader, but here comes Christopher Perryman.
shot out of a cannon. With that outside line, just the momentum coming off the corners, he still stays under him, but I don't think he can get the pass done. He may even lose a couple more positions.
Yep. Number 7 there, Brandon Thomas. Hard on about. Christopher gets it back up on the top line. What he needed to do. Kevin Schofield on the low line. He and Sean Butler both working together here. Getting by Christopher Perryman now.
And Christopher tags the wall just a little bit there.
So he's got work to get back up into the hunt. Sean Butler and Kevin Schofield.
And back here in the pack with as Christopher Perryman hits the wall again, these guys are too wide. Back here, Donald King now looking under Christopher Perryman as William Kirk is racing Brandon Thomas, while Mike Ellis is looking behind him. These guys cannot pass one another. They're just sticking here. Don King, I think, is going to clear Christopher Perryman. Nope. Outside line is just too powerful.
This guy's Kevin Schofield bidding for the lead now. As he comes up under Danny McCoon and Sean Butler going to roll right with him. These guys come from back in the pack on that restart. Look at them rolling up here. Do they have the lines figured out here, guys, or what?
Yeah, when you're good, you're good, man. You're good.
I think those new tires maybe played a role in it as Danny McCoon tagged the wall just a little bit there on the exit. As Sean Butler gets by him. Danny McCoon has hit the wall 3 times this last lap. I think his car may just be just a little bit too tight.
Kevin Schofield back out in front now, leading.
I'm looking at the back of Don King's car. It looks like he got tagged a little bit in the right quarter-pound rear.
Yeah, the guys back here racing with William Kirk and Mike Ellis and Christopher Perryman, they have been beating and banging the past couple laps since the restart here. As Dustin Lee looks under Mike Ellis.
Looking back from William Kirk on Mike Ellis. Yeah, this looks like some great battling going on in the back here. William Kirk a little wiggly coming out of the turns. Dustin Lee trying to get caught back up here, and he looks like he's got a run on Mike Ellis, but coming up on the inside, can't make out who that is.
I think that's Michael Norris there.
Michael Norris coming up on his. Catching up. Now they're going to go by Christopher Perryman. Oh, no, Mike Ellis gets a run on William Kirk. And William Kirk loses a position, slides it up in front of Dustin Lee. Oh,
and Dustin tags him.
Man. So
this is close racing.
Bumping and banging going on out here. It's Brandon Thomas clear back to the 13th position. Aaron, do you know what happened to Brandon?
I don't know. I haven't watched him, but I think he may have got caught up in a little scuffle there in 1 and 2. I think I saw that a couple laps ago with William Kirk. I think and Mike Ellis. I think he just got sandwiched in between there. May have a little bit of damage.
Don King up on the back bumper of Tommy Lee, as these two have moved up a couple positions here since the restart.
Mike Ellis and Christopher Perryman side by side for about 5 laps now, just really putting it on each other. Wow.
This is some hard racing.
That's some good driving by all these guys.
Yeah, Sean Butler is still hanging right on the back bumper here, Kevin Schofield. Kevin, my pick for tonight. He's doing a great job out front here leading this race. And I'm telling you what, boys, he's really doing well. He's led 38 laps already out of the 40.
And these guys have pulled 3 seconds on the guys behind them, Danny McCoon and Steven Pearson.
Danny blinked out.
I think he disconnected.
He did?
Yeah, he disconnected. I think he may. I don't know. And so did Brandon Thomas. So they're both behind the wall.
What the heck?
Maybe some connection issues with Danny McCoon.
Wow, it must be.
So Stephen Pearson in the 3rd position now, and Donald King, that moves him up to 4th in the MaxSpeedTV ride.
Don King is 5 seconds behind the leader.
Yep, running in the 4th position. So he did get by Tommy Lee then, and we missed that pass. That puts Tommy Lee back to the 5th position now. He's quite a ways. He must have got a little bit loose in one of the turns or something.
I'll tell you what, Christopher Pellerman and Mike Ellis, they are just going at it right now. They are beating and banging, bumping, and so is William Kirk. And William Kirk, he's lost a couple positions now to Kevin O'Brien or Michael Norris. Back to 11th position now. He may have a little bit of damage from beating and banging so much up there. As Kevin O'Brien tags the wall.
Sean Butler not letting Kevin Schofield get out there very far. Boy, did he close up on his back bumper. Man, is he right there, guys. I mean right there. They go by Ed Hewitt to put Ed Hewitt a lap down. Well, we're getting down to fewer and fewer guys in this race now. Man, a bunch of them have dropped out. Andy Boone, Brandon Thomas, Stuart Redmond, Stephen Hollingsworth, Teddy Wisniewski, Travis Townsend, they've all left the server.
Just a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean Butler made contact with Kevin Schofield there. Kevin may just let him go there.
Sean wants to get out here and lead a lap. Does lead that one lap, so he gets that valuable point. Now they're going to go by William Kirk, put William a lap down. Also Kevin O'Brien.
And Dustin Lee just passed Tommy Lee for the 5th position.
Kevin Schofield kind of got trapped behind these guys as they were side by side, and finally gets by Kevin O'Brien. Now he's going to try to get up here and get by William Kirk. And meantime, he's already 1.1 seconds back of Sean Butler.
William Kirk, I don't know. He may have gotten loose there.
Yeah, looked like it.
But that hurt Kevin a whole lot. He lost a bunch of time to Sean.
Yep, he's back about a second and a half now. Wow.
Lap 61 of 250. Oh boy. I'm off to the snack bar. I'll be back shortly, guys.
All right.
And Mike Ellis and Christopher Perryman, they are battling here side by side, and they still are. These guys have been racing. Oh, and they spin. They're both in the inside wall.
William Kirk
Mike Ellis is
out too, so
yeah.
Damn, down to 12 drivers on the track. Nope, caution's out again.
Yep, Mike Ellis and Christopher Perryman. These guys, I didn't want to say that was inevitable, but they were beating and banging for a long time, coming off of 2.
My stuff's doing what you're doing before, Brad.
Yeah, it looks like he just, I'm looking, I was passing out of the cockpit, it looked like he just spun, but I have to look back and see. I don't think there's any contact at all. Sorry guys, my mic is falling off. Yeah, as far as I can tell, it looked like it's self-spin, but I'm going to run the replay again.
I think Christopher Perryman got into him just, yeah, it was a little bit of netcode from where I'm looking. He just moves up just ever so slightly, and the netcode gets Mike Ellis.
Oh no, there is contact. Looking at the, what is it, the 47 or the 41? 41 of Christopher Perryman does make contact. There's a dent in the side of his door, and they both spin. Now they're starting to get these replays down. Thank you very much.
Keep doing it. Wow.
What problem is it, Rudy? You're having?
Same problem we were having before.
Well, I got a whole list of them, buddy.
Well, just forget it.
Yeah, I have problems with cameras too, but you just gotta rethink the whole thing again, because there's so much to do.
So it looks like Dustin Lee is going to be our leader. Staying out there to try to get that valuable point for leading the lap.
Get them any way you can, I guess.
That's right. It all looks good on paper.
By the way, did you get that Kevin Schofield thing in writing?
Kevin Schofield thing in writing.
Yeah, is there any witnesses saying you picked Kevin Schofield?
Yes, I got it recorded on the broadcast.
Yikes. It's the only downfall of live TV.
That's right. Yeah, he's going to be restarting third. Sean Butler going to be restarting second. Kevin third. And Stephen Pearson fourth. Don King right there in fifth. Don been staying right up there in the top 5 or 6 the whole race.
Yeah, I really hope the old guy can hang in there for another 200 laps.
It ain't that many. 183.
Same difference.
Might as well be 200. All right, so Dustin Lee wanting to start on the outside, and they're getting ready here. Aaron, you want to call this down for me?
Yeah, sure I will. The pace car ducks off. Green flag. Sean Butler gets a big jump on Dustin Lee. He spins his tires. Contact.
Boy, we had a bunch of Dustin spun his tires. Wow, what a shake up there, guys. Sean Butler back out on point now. Oh my God, you're kidding me. Why? Why? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know what's going on here.
You losing your camera, your TV too, or?
Everything. I don't have nothing now.
Wow.
That's just messed up right there. Okay. But anyhow, the two back up front here, Sean Butler leading, Kevin Schofield in second. Stephen Pearson in third. Don King up to fourth now because Dustin smoked with his tires. But Don's back here quite a ways, about 2.5 seconds. Christopher Perryman up on the inside of Dustin Lee. Tommy Lee right there on the back of Dustin too.
Mike Norris coming up behind these guys.
Yeah. So some pretty good racing going on here now. Being a little more respectful of each other. Looks like the last one on the track in the 12th position is Mike Ellis right now, but he's Robert Craze, excuse me, he's 2 laps down. I think he just went 3 laps down.
In the monster car. That looks nice. Nice car.
Christopher Perryman, boy, got really loose that time. He was side by side with Dustin Lee. Now they're finally starting to get spread out a little bit. 3.2 seconds back in fourth. Stephen Pearson trying to hang on to our leaders up here, Kevin Schofield and Sean Butler. Trying to hang on to him.
I don't think he can though. These guys are just bad fast.
Not too bad. I mean, about 7/10 of a second, 3/4 of a second back. Really not too bad in position right now if you just ride it out. You guys can get some of these laps chewed up. Got a long ways to go here.
Well, it looks like he may be just catching him just a little bit, maybe. And Mike Norris has, I think he's had connection issues and he fell out of the race. So another one down. Let's negotiate Ed Hewitt here.
Another lap down.
Oh, we got a wreck. Dustin Lee in the back.
Kevin Schofield's trying to get up there and lead some more laps again. He's working at it pretty hard.
I think Dustin Lee may have saved it. Wow, what a save.
Go back and take a look at that real quick.
Sean Butler just keeps leading laps.
Bounced off of everybody there. It looked like him and Don kind of touched doors and tried to get away from him. And down and collected into Thomas Lee.
And we got a caution out on the racetrack now. Sort of looks like Christopher Perryman. Yep, Christopher Perryman and Tommy Lee.
Let's go back and look at that again here. Yeah, I can't do it. It won't do it. I don't know.
I don't see Don King making contact with anyone.
It was Tommy Lee and Christopher Perryman. Tommy Lee sort of got into the wall and bounced off across Perryman's nose.
Well, I did something, and I probably messed it all up. But, these guys, Steve Pearson, our new leader.
41 hit Thomas Lee. They both spun out. Looks like everybody else is okay.
At Tommy, he sort of hit the outside wall and came down into, just knocked him down into Perryman, had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he did clip the wall there for a second, Darren.
Yep.
What's going on in the chat room, guys? What's up? Speak up. We can't hear you out there.
Looked like Christopher Perryman really having a difficult time coming down Bear Road.
Yeah, that car was dog tracking so bad. It's ridiculous.
Stephen Pearson out here and gets a point for leading the lap now.
Not a scratch on that car.
Do what?
Not a scratch on Stephen Pearson in the front that I could see. It looks. In fact, that paint job looks awesome. Good job, whoever did that.
I like that paint job. Stars and stripes forever, baby.
Rudy?
Yes.
I think somebody wants to join the broadcast booth with us. Would that be okay, Stuart Redmond?
Stuart Redmond.
Would that be okay with you?
We don't get too many in here. We start walking over. Let me find him here.
I'm going to take a break for about 80 laps, I think.
Hey, Stuart, how you doing?
How's it going?
What happened out there, buddy?
I wrecked. I lost my reset because I got a 2X for hitting the wall, and I pitted because, I didn't want to get stuck out front there, and got caught up in a wreck. I think Teddy got a little loose. I don't know. Something happened with Teddy, and I clipped him there.
Well, I hope the tempers are staying in check out there tonight. Everybody's just deciding, this is Bristol. This is a track where tempers do flare. I hope everybody's keeping that in check.
Oh yeah, I wasn't expecting to have a particularly good run. It's Bristol. Stuff happens. Not much you can do about it.
Yep. Well,
And
thank
we're
you for helping out in the booth. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me up here.
Just try not to walk all over each other when one of us is talking. Just kind of, excuse yourself. Now, if you see a wreck or something, just, shout it out. I'll see if I can get this thing figured out why it's not swinging back to it.
And we were 1 to green, but I think they had a little complications with the wave around, so one more lap to green right now.
Anybody want to check in the chat room real quick? See if anybody's happy to see us?
How's everybody doing out in the chat tonight? and they're coming up into 3 and 4 right now for the restart. Alright, the pace car ducks off. Green flag. As Stephen Pearson gets a good jump, nobody spins the tires.
It's kind of surprised Dustin didn't on eyesight didn't get a better start than that. He's getting free. Kevin Schofield taking the lead now. Don King looking on the inside here, taking a look inside of Stephen Pearson. Settles it back into third for right now. Kevin Schofield right on his bumper. Now looking on the inside of Don King. Kevin Schofield.
Sean Butler.
Yeah, take it on.
Oh,
Sean Butler
get
gets
down, Butler.
Oh, and Sean.
Sorry,
he
guys.
saves it.
Wow.
Did
What
he
a
save
save.
that car?
I have no clue how.
I don't know either.
I'm going to go back and hit the replay on that one.
Yeah. Wow, what a save.
Fantastic save. If he pull out of it, I didn't get to see it all, but I'm running the replay. Wow. Yeah, he makes contact with Don King. And, oh, wow, what a fantastic save. Yeah, that's some good driving there.
Just clear down on the apron. Brought that back up on there and saved that. That was amazing.
I'm jealous. How to took the whole field out. Good job, Sean.
Don King now right on the bumper here of Stephen Pearson. Really kind of settled in right now, but coming up on the 100 lap mark here pretty quick, guys. We're seeing some really good racing here. Don hitting the wall. Ooh.
Yeah, he might have a couple of cuts and scrapes right now, so.
He does not like it up there along by that wall. It takes some really good driving to get up there on that wall and ride it. In the meantime, Kevin Schofield checking out on the field again, guys. He's out there by almost 2 seconds.
Sean has caught back up to Don King, and Stephen Pearson's now looking on the inside of Donald King, going down the back straightaway. Let's see if he can get him
looks
cleared.
Like he's going to do it. Looks like he's going to do it.
Yep.
Sean Butler does get by Don King, yeah.
Don's scraping the wall a little bit, trying to stay out of the way. I think he might have a little bit of aerodynamic damage, but it doesn't make too much difference on this track, I don't imagine.
And Sean Butler gets by Stephen Pearson's also, so.
Wow, all in 2 laps, so he passed both of them guys. Wow.
And 5 laps before, almost wrecking his car too.
I know.
You gotta-
That's amazing.
Pardon me. You got to commend Ed Hewitt out there soldiering on in 6th. He's kept his car clean all night. It's certainly paying off for him. Getting a nice run there for Ed Hewitt.
Sure, good job by Ed.
And he's back on the lead lap now. He went a lap down earlier.
Let's get back here and check and see how Ed's doing. Running in the 6th position. Ed likes his track, you know, and it is a difficult track for him, but I think he's just kind of playing it cool and riding around here, and he's doing a great job.
Oh, what a stud he is, too.
Yeah. Tommy
He's looking just like I always pictured him.
Tommy Lee has some serious damage. He has been in the wall. He's just struggling. Oh, wait.
just spins
Mike
Ellis.
Ellis, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, my God, that car is tore up. You're right, Aaron.
Looks like Rush at the end of a truck race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Rush. Rush should buy that car from him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Mike Ellis took his car behind the wall. Yep.
I think he may have towed.
He probably wasn't too happy about getting spun out by Tommy Lee, but
Yeah, Tommy's been struggling to hold the car on the track. He's been in the wall, in and out, just steering damage, I guess, from those prior wrecks.
it looks
Well, I
like
wouldn't put the boxing gloves on yet, Mike Ellis. He's still got another 100 and something laps to go before he can.
he's left the silver, it looks like. Don King in pit road and Stephen Pearson, but our leader, Kevin Schofield, did not come down pit road.
Well, I kind of wish I was out there, but, you know.
Now Kevin Schofield does come down pit road. So,
Along with Dustin Lee.
Yep, Dustin Lee. So I believe that's going to put Sean Butler as going to be our new leader, I believe. Or maybe Ed Hewitt. Might be Ed Hewitt's going to lead.
Excuse me? Was that?
I didn't
And
stutter.
Are you in the same race I'm in?
Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not. No, Ed Hewitt's going to lead this lap. Wow.
In 100 laps, Ed Hewitt has gone a lap down, got back, passed a bunch of cars, and is now leading.
Yep.
All I gotta do now is wreck.
He's pretty,
5 cautions, 7 lead changes.
he's pretty much about done it all. So, and you know, we expect a lot of cautions here at Bristol. This track is just noted for pile-ups. You know, there's just nowhere to get away from people.
Yeah, 5 cautions is nothing here.
Nope.
We got a long way to go. There's still going to be drivers losing. I'm gonna guess and say around 150, 180, somewhere in there, losing concentration, scraping walls, not looking in their mirror when they're changing lanes. You know, stuff like that always happens when you get up in the 200-mile mark or 200-lap mark.
Yep. But Sean Butler going to be restarting second. Stephen Pearson still hanging in there, going to be restarting third. Don King fourth. Kevin Schofield fifth. Dustin Lee sixth. Tommy Lee seventh. Kevin O'Brien now is back on the lead lap, and he'll be restarting eighth. Robert Craze will be ninth. Robert's a couple laps down, but he's still hanging in there because there's still a lot of racing to go here. And, you know, he's already picked up 3 positions since the last caution.
Yeah, something worth noting, there is a little bit of left rear damage on the back of the 20 Kevin Schofield there. I'm not sure how long that's been there, but I think you made a good choice with your pick, Rudy. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Alright, with 1 to green now. Pace car ducks off.
Oh, Ed, we know you're scared down there.
Green flag. Oh, Ed spins his tires.
Checks up there. Stephen Pearson had to check up. Don King right there on the high side trying to follow behind Sean Butler. Sean Butler was a great restart.
Don King looking for the lead right now, but can't get it done. And Stephen Pearson takes third away from Ed Hewitt. Kevin Schofield, and Dustin Lee goes by him also.
Don King right on the bumper of Sean Butler.
He's doing really well here. I'm impressed. He must not have been drinking today.
Oh, he never drinks when he knows he's going to race.
Well, he likes that low line, don't he?
Yep.
I'm the same way. I don't feel comfortable up there against that wall.
But that's going to lose him 2 positions.
Yeah.
Yeah, Don knows the high lines faster, too, so I'm not sure what his strategy is right now. I think he's trying to stay out of the way, really.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go, you know, and that's all I'm going to say. It's a long race.
Sure is.
Yeah, Don definitely knows what he's doing here. In a previous wreck, I'm going to be honest, I arc braked it a little bit, and I nearly took him out, and I almost hooked him up into the outside wall going into turn 1, but I was able to check out of it enough, and he was able to have good enough car control to hold on to it. So yeah, Don King's doing a great job here tonight.
He sure is. I'm impressed with him. Oh, him and Dustin Lee getting together.
Oh, no. Wow.
Dustin's, I don't know what Dustin has powered it in there, but Don says, all right, you got to have that position. Go for it. I don't want to get taken out of the race.
And Dustin finally gets all of his damage fixed, at least cosmetically, and he just doesn't like that, I guess. He just wants to follow down the Rush's footsteps.
Kevin Schofield now about a second behind our leader, Sean Butler. And Sean
Stephen Pearson's
dominating right now.
And Stephen Pearson's, he's not letting Kevin Schofield get too far out in front of him.
And Kevin Schofield, I know he's pushing right now. I did see him, I've been following along with him most of this time. He's been scraping the wall a little bit. He's definitely trying to get up there with Sean, but...
Looking ahead from Stephen Pearson here, As you see these guys, they like to run that high line. They know the line they got to run where the grip's at. And it's up in that top groove if you can hang it up there, but I can't do it. I don't know how these guys do it as well as they do. And
Yeah, I mean, I've been riding.
Go a lap down.
I've been riding on board with some of our leaders and just watch them catapulting around the outside. They just go in and they just get the huge shot off down the straightaway. It's like a slingshot.
Yeah, it definitely looks to me like they're diamond cutting the corner. They're going in high, and they're not staying high on the exit. They're actually trying to turn it down as low as they can on that exit.
And it's working for him. I'm watching Stephen Pearson here. It's working good for him. But I'm telling you what, guys, Kevin Schofield is coming up on Sean Butler big time. That is exactly what they're doing, Stuart. They're diamonding this track. I'm telling you what, it's working.
Indeed. I've been riding along with Schofield, as I said. He's definitely gaining on Sean there. Is that Ed Hewitt up there?
Yes, it is. They're going to have to negotiate around him now. Looks like Ed's going to stay high and let them go on the low side. Kevin having a little bit of an issue here right in the turn, but he does get by Ed.
I don't think Sean complained about that too much. Kevin lost about a tenth on him.
Yep. Worked out good for him. Well, you know, lap traffic does play a major role in a lot of races. And on a short track like this, it's easy to catch up to lap traffic so quickly. You know, I could see 8 or 10 laps on the start of a race. You can catch up to lap traffic already if you've got a huge field, you know. And but these guys here, as fast as these front two are right now, it's so easy to reel in somebody that's a lap down or has damage or anything, you know. So right now, no change in positions. You can see Sean Butler leading, and Kevin Schofield here 3/4 of a second behind him. Stephen Pearson in third. Oh, he hits the wall.
Dustin Lee takes that position away from him.
Yes, he does. That's all it takes is just a tap of the wall to lose your momentum.
Leaders seem to be coming up on some more lap traffic. One of them up there looks like Tommy Lee, who's got some damage. Certainly not the night that Tommy Lee would be wanting, but he's soldiering through it. And I think I saw Ed Hewitt diving down to pit road there.
Yeah, as he comes out of the pits now.
Looking back from Sean back to Kevin Schofield, you can see Kevin trying to do everything he can to catch up to Sean, but Sean just being so smooth coming in and off these turns. I'm impressed, man. I just wish I had half of these guys' talent. Just half of it. I suck compared to these guys.
I think we all do. These guys are so good.
I thought you were going to say, yeah, we agree.
That's what I was thinking, Rudy.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Well, Schofield scratches the wall just a little bit there, coming out of, I believe, turn 4 there.
Now
of course.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, of course, by the time I say that he scrubbed the wall coming out of 4, he's already in turn 2.
As they now go by Kevin O'Brien. Kevin running in the 6th spot, does go a lap down now. So 5 cars left on the lead lap. Don King, the last one on the lead lap. Dustin Lee in 3rd. Stephen Pearson in 4th. Don King in 5th. 134 laps in the books, guys. We're well past halfway now, and we're seeing a pretty good long green flag run here. And we may see some green flag pit stops here by these guys if it stays green for very much longer.
Yeah, I think Sean, I don't know, he may be pulling away. Yeah, he is barely pulling away from Kevin. Just ever so slightly every lap. Just pulling, just inching away.
Well, guys.
1.2 seconds behind him.
Yeah, pardon me there, Rudy. I just realized that I'm on the same lap as Teddy Wisniewski, and he's out of the lobby, so I'm going to run a lap down here through the pit lanes. See if I can pick up a spot.
Well, there you go. That's why I say, you know, it doesn't pay to leave too early, because sometimes you can go out there and turn 3 or 4 laps and pick up a bunch of spots.
Example, Tommy Lee. He is just driving the Rushmobile out there, and he's just staying in it. He is 8th right now, and if he would have left, he would have been way back. He's 2 laps down right now. He could have been 102 laps down.
Tommy Lee, if you're listening, there's a Jared at 18 in the pit. He wants to buy that car when you're done wrecking.
Yeah. He wants that to run in the next Bristol race, because it just looks perfect to him. Oh man, that's just messed up. I'm sure Rush is watching. I know he is.
Yeah, he just poked me in TeamSpeak. He's hearing us.
Yep. What's he saying? I can't say it properly, but
yeah, we can't say it on broadcast.
That's funny. I know what he said.
Can I give you the abbreviation?
Oh no, that's all right. GFY, is it? His most famous words.
Yeah, he's pretty much got a 3-word vocabulary, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, guys, one we talked a whole lot about is Robert Cray is out here in 7th place. I know he was caught up in that wreck there early on. His car right now looks perfect. And he's out here running in 7th place. He's doing a great job. You know, Robert, you know, I talked about this the other night. He has come on so well in this league. In all the series we've been running, he has been doing so good. He's down low there to let the leaders run their by. See the respect that these guys give each other out here? Rush, are you paying attention?
I just think he's eyeing Tommy's car. That's all he's doing.
I know.
Scrolling through the Twitch chat, someone said LOL Rush. I think that pretty much sums up.
I love it when he's not in here and he can't fire back at me.
Kevin O'Brien's still running in the 6th spot, 2 laps down, but Kevin having a great day too. And you know, he deserves this. Kevin deserves to have this. He's such a good, consistent racer. And you know, all the admin duties that he does out there on the track and stuff, we all kind of take him for granted. And I brag him up every week. And he loves it. I know he does.
Oh, he's a good guy. He'll put it in the wall to be able to hit that key to give you that wave around, you know?
Yep, he sure
But
will.
you know, I tell you what, you don't want to mess with him in the Super V8s. You get him out there in the road course and hello, Mike. There he goes.
Yep.
You'll never see him again.
Yep. And he's leading the points in that series right now, so wow.
I think I'm in the top 5.
Yeah, I got my work cut out for me to try to stay on within grasp of him for the championship. I don't know if I can do it, but he's just that much better than me.
Yeah, I don't know if the viewers even know about that, the Super V8s on Saturday nights. You should come check that out. We broadcast live from the cockpit.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Yeah, because I do race in that series. I race. So you got to look at it from out my windshield. I forget where we go this week. I think it's the Luna Center.
Yep, it is.
I believe so.
We did cut the laps down to 27 from 47.
Yeah, we didn't want a 24-hour, whatever they call it.
The fun.
Yeah.
Schofield now almost 2 seconds behind Sean Butler. Sean, as usual, out here dominating today. He's just being smooth and riding, taking his time, saving his tires, over the channel.
I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but that was my pick. Yeah. I'm not going to toot my own horn, but that was my pick. Just yeah.
Sean's a good pick. There's no doubt. I wasn't taking anything away from him. I just figured Kevin Schofield was going to be a really good safe pick. But you know, we still got a lot of racing, guys. We still got just a little under 100 laps to go. And a lot can happen. It ain't over until the fat lady sings.
Yeah, I don't think Sean's pushing it too hard. I think Sean is just able to kind of lead out there. He's just having the time of his life out there, just leading a little bit. But Schofield, he's pushing. He's trying to get back up there. As I said, he's been scraping the wall a few times, but it's hard not to hit the wall around Bristol. Let's be honest here.
Well, Sean even tapped the wall. Tapped it here just a minute ago. Yeah, Kevin just did it.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping Kevin Schofield is up in the podium tonight, because it takes a lot of work out of the announcers. You know, he can sum up the whole race in about a 15-minute interview.
He does give a great interview, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
I love the detail that he puts into it. You know, it's like you said, he can sum up the whole race just in that short interview.
Yeah, we'll see how his memory is tonight.
Yeah.
250 laps. Can you compress that into a 5-minute interview there, Kevin? Bring it on.
I noticed he's a little bit loose sometimes going in. He almost tagged the ball right there. He's a little bit swirly coming out, too. So I think as hard as these guys have been pushing the road, it really welcomes some new tires right now.
Yeah, there was a close call back in the pack. Ed Hewitt got into Kevin O'Brien there, just a little bit on the coming out of 1 and 2, and that almost sent Kevin around, but he saved it.
Yeah, I'm looking at the rear chase of Kevin Schofield. He's got them wheels cranked, trying to get around the turn, stuffing the wall every other lap. They need tires. They're ready. Look at his front tires. I mean, just check that out if you can't really. The front tires, rear chase. I mean, those things are cranked around. They're burning off on every turn. Any car, you'll see it right now.
Wears them out so bad, you know. But I bet you if you went up to leader, he probably is not quite doing that much. Oh, Stephen Pearson. What? Stephen Pearson? Did he go behind the wall?
Yeah, I think so. He's gone.
Darn King up to 4th. Kevin Schofield here now 6 seconds behind Sean Butler. Wow. He can be wrong. Sean will have the whole field lap.
Ed Hewitt just took a really hard lick to the outside wall there.
Aaron, you got a report on Stephen Pearson?
I think he just had connection issues, maybe. I don't know. Or he may just pull it off the track. He may have had something else more important to do. I don't know. He just pulled off.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a connection issue, because it says he manually disconnected, so... Yeah, I don't know. Well, this race just keeps on getting more exciting and more exciting, doesn't it, Rudy?
Yeah, and we don't have that many cars left out here after starting. But you know, this is the survival of the fittest here. You know, so you got to try to stay out there. Ed Hewitt trying to stay ahead. Sean has to go way down low to try to get by Ed. He does get by Ed.
Now other person I wouldn't count out of this is, sorry Aaron, I don't know if I talked over you there, but Dustin Lee soldiering on in 3rd place, 8 seconds back. He's actually catching Schofield now. It's a pretty good run for Dustin Lee, all things considered. He's got a pretty damaged car out there, and he's making it work.
Yeah, doing a great job. Dustin's one.
And he's fixed it a lot.
He's like another Rush. Drive a hunk of junk and bring it home, you know.
Yeah, except when Dustin Lee's driving a hunk of junk and ate his fault.
I'm sorry, did you say Donald King got by Ed?
No, Sean Butler got by.
Oh.
Just, you know,
I think he did say Don King, because I went back and I looked, he didn't get by Ed.
No,
I'm thinking of my life. Yeah, he is. Gaining on little by little.
So Sean Butler, this is the week for him. Right now he's leading this race. He's dominated most of it. Finished 2nd in the truck race. Almost won it. Locked up the championship. Won last night in the Gen 6 race. I'm saying he's in the season out with a pretty big bang. Yeah. I would say. If he wins tonight,
he's only going to be with us for a couple more weeks, and he's going to be changing shifts. And I think he's going to set his mark. And I'll tell you what, he's doing a great job of it.
Oh, there he's in the wall just a little bit. Don King right up on him.
Man, if you look from that rear chase view at Ed, or I think most of the cars on the field, you'll see how much they're cranking those front tires to the left.
And we lost Kevin O'Brien now, a connection issue. He fell out. But Dustin Lee's challenging Kevin Schofield for the lead right now.
Yeah, we're watching that. We're up on the back of Don King already.
Dustin Lee dodged the Sorry about that, Rudy. Go ahead.
Don King's 3 laps down. The 4th spot.
Proves how good Sean is at this track.
Lap, guys.
Ed Hewitt off pace. Oh, almost tripped Don King coming out off the apron.
Dustin Lee trying to do everything he can do to get by Schofield here for 2nd. He just gave him a little bit of a bumper going into turns 3 and 4 there.
As he's getting his nose down under him, but he can't do it. The outside line is too good. I think Dustin's going to have to move Kevin out of the way if he wants to get by him.
Damn!
Give him a minute, he will. Before we're seeing some long green flag run here now by these guys. Stuart, I thought you were going to get out there and run a few more laps.
I ran a few more. I just wanted to get by Teddy there because me and Teddy got a little rivalry going. No, I'm just kidding. But
you could probably get out there and run a few more.
And Dustin giving Schofield the bumper again.
Sorry.
And Ed Hewitt, Dustin used him as a pig to get by Schofield now, and Dustin clears him, but Schofield comes back. But Dustin closes the door. Dustin gets by for 2nd.
Stay way down out of the way. That's good because we're putting him to do. Tommy down 7 the last one on. Looks like the last one out there. We have 7 cars left in the race, guys. Coming up to a lap 188. Dustin Lee in 2nd. 12 seconds behind our leader, Sean Butler. Sean just out here running in clean air. Just loving this. I'm going to kind of try to stay on him for a little bit, guys, because I think he's going to be probably not too close on the road and getting some fresh tires. Rush, you should have been in this race, dude. This would have been a good
It'd be
race
racing Tommy.
This would have been a good race. Yeah, it would have been a good race for Rush. On the first lap, he would have had every corner on that thing buckled in, and he would have been up here for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you need a lot of corners to bang up your car, this is the place to come.
Yeah. And I would think he would be here like this
I don't know, because he'd probably be following Tommy Lee's car, just trying to buy it from him, just hassling him all throughout the race.
Well, I know Tommy Lee's having a little problem driving that car. What he ought to do is just pull it over and let Rush drive it the rest of the race and win this thing.
I know.
Yeah, Rush, he's still poking me right now about some things I can't say about you, Rudy.
I'll just be driving around the catch fence.
Yeah.
He'd win this thing.
Here, Rush, here's a close-up view for you. You can see how mangled up that car is.
We're going to send you a pic of that for only $5.
Yep. And probably Tommy would sell that to you for $50 or something after the race, and you could probably go out here and win a couple races with it, buddy.
Yeah, he just got into the ball
a fresh
again.
dent. Yep, just got a fresh dent in it.
The value is just increasing for you, Rush.
Yep. The more dents, the more it costs. Well, there's the back end view of it. We'll get up a little closer.
The front's all tore up. I'm looking at it now. It's really wrecked up. But, you know, Rush don't see that. What he's looking at is like a brand new car on a lot right now.
Yeah.
And Rush just poked me. That's nothing.
Yeah. it really actually looks pretty good compared to what he's used to running.
What he meant is he could do that in one lap.
Yep.
There's a front end view, and I'm telling you what, that thing is beat to crap. But, you know, he's still out here turning laps with that. And, man, I'm telling you what, he's doing a great job with it. Not up to speed with it, but he's doing all right. Oh, and he hits the wall again. It can't make it any worse, Tommy. And he hits the wall again.
He's just sweetening it for Rush. He's listening to us. He's just trying to get the value to go up so he can get more money out of it.
Ooh, Sean Butler almost in the wall.
Yeah, he passed Kevin Schofield and put him a lap down. So Kevin Schofield, 1 lap down now.
Don King coming down pit road. And, you know, there ain't hardly, I don't think there's a scratch on that car, is there? On Don King?
I don't see one.
He's just, that car's just pristine. There ain't a dent on it.
Oh, yeah, there is a dent in the rear right quarter panel. In the back end. Yeah, he got clipped a little bit earlier on in the race. That's not going to hurt him.
Yep, I see it now.
Yeah, we only got 2 cars in the lead lap now, as Aaron Davis said. Kevin Schofield going a lap down, but the only people behind him are at least 4 laps down, so if we get a caution, Schofield will be eligible for the lucky dog.
We're now up to 9 lead changes, guys. That's not very many for here, I don't think.
No. Dustin Lee now 14 seconds behind the leader, so it ain't going to be much longer here, guys, and I bet you're going to see Sean probably put Dustin a lap down. He's going to have the whole field a lap down. We can see Dustin going into the turn right ahead of our leader here.
Yeah, but they're in the same corner.
The cars between them.
Oh, it's not going to be more than a lap now. Sorry, Rudy. Yeah, Dustin having to back up his turns pretty good right now.
So, Rudy, why don't you tell us how your pick's doing?
Kevin Schofield?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't know where he went. Third. Still in third.
That's true. That's true. I'm just messing.
Yep. Hey, there's still a lot of race left. A lot can happen.
I have some terrifying news for you as well.
Uh-oh.
Stuart Redmond is about to make his way back out onto the track.
Oh, my God, no.
Oh, there's the caution that we need.
Yep, there's
and Kevin Schofield's on pit road right now.
Yes, sir.
Whoa, close call there with Sean Butler.
Yep, and Ed Hewitt in the wall.
Yeah, that happens all the time. On to the next guy.
I don't know, Rush may have a few cars to buy here tonight.
He could have a whole fleet.
Set for the whole next season.
Yeah.
If you lined them all up, Rush would have a collection of show pieces where it would be nothing but a wrecking yard to everyone else. Alright, I'm done picking on Rush. Because he does get up here in the booth every now and then.
Yeah.
Oh, Tommy Lee just takes out Dustin Lee.
Yep, Tommy Lee.
And caution.
Oh, looks like Don King got in it.
Yeah,
I
Don
just
King.
moseyed my way through that.
Let's go back and watch this.
Did you say Don King missed it?
No, he got in.
He got a little bit of it, I think. I made my way through it in the back there. It was right in front of me.
Dustin Lee running in second here. Comes up on Tommy Lee. Tommy, ooh, we're going to watch this in slow-mo here because Tommy trying to hold on to that hunk of junk on the high side. Oh, hits the wall. Ah, Dustin's probably going, no. But, you know, he really didn't hit that inside wall a whole lot. He hit the outside wall, I think, harder than he hit the inside wall. Oh, but he got tapped. Okay, I see. All right.
So Sean Butler pitting.
Yep, our leader finally pitting. He might as well. Nobody's going to challenge him. He's got everybody a lap down. He's just going to have a ton of cars he's going to have to maneuver around here. These guys probably, well, heck, everybody's going to be ahead of them. They're all going to get away by.
Ooh, Don King took a pretty good hit there on right front.
And there's another car Rush can add to his collection.
Gee.
No, it's not. I don't even think that's in Russ's category. It's got to be tore up from the floor up.
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty bad. Don King coming in the pits now.
You know, we're going to hear about this after the race is over. Boy, we're going to.
Oh, I'm already hearing about it. I'm getting poked every minute now.
I'm not going to. You know why? Because I'm going to disconnect. Good luck to you guys.
Oh, thanks a lot. You're going to leave me alone with him?
Hey, tell him I said hi and good race, even though he wasn't in it.
Okay, our leader's still going to be Sean Butler, but Dustin Lee going to remain second place. Well, I think if he can get back out on the track here, I believe he's still sitting on pit road. Is he getting some damage fixed up on that, Stuart?
Yeah, and he's pulling out now.
Yeah, I would think he would be. He took a pretty good lick from what I saw from Don King right there. He did all he could to miss him, but it just wasn't enough.
Don King looks like he's checking his steering a little bit before he comes out, trying to decide. I don't even know if he's going to get a reset.
I don't think anybody has a reset anymore.
He's going to lose one position here. Well, I would say Sean Butler does. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Oh, I see what you're saying. If Don's uses resets, I don't know how to tell. That would be what's going on. He's going to be in the pits for a while here.
Yeah, getting damage fixed up. But he's still in 5th spot right now. And
Tommy Lee's getting damage fixed too with Dustin.
they might as well, you know, I mean, they're going to finish in the top 10. So.
Man, those cars all lined up. That would have been perfect for Rush, perfect for the picking for him.
Yeah.
All those 3 red cars in a line.
All these guys going to finish in the top 10 now. Well, I got to give them credit. These guys have stayed out there and, you know, and kept racing. And that's important. You know?
It might be over for Don King. I'm riding in his cockpit. He's going back in the down pit row again. Looks like he's having a hard time keeping it straight.
And
stalling,
off.
coming into the pit stall.
Green flag.
Here we go, guys. Not too many left on the track at the moment. I think we only got about 5 cars on the track.
And Ed Hewitt spins, but he keeps it off the track. Right, Rudy?
Sean Butler out here. Let's see. We got Stuart Redmond back out on the track. Stuart got quite a few positions to pick up, but the more laps he turns out there, the more positions he's going to pick up. So he could
Be afraid.
Right.
Be very afraid.
Right through pit road, you'll pick up a bunch of positions.
I got most of my damage fixed, and the pit crew did a nice job. The car's not driving too terribly bad here.
All right, Dustin Lee still in second, but nursing that hunk of junk around there, the Rushmobile.
Now, I mean, Robert Craze right now is in 4th position, and he has not been, he got in that one wreck in the beginning, got everything fixed, and he has not gotten a wreck since, not a scratch on that car running 4th now.
doing so well in our league. I'm telling you, he's turning out to be such a good league member. I like to get out there and watch him racing. He's really awesome to watch. He's not too far back with Kevin Schofield. Kevin out there, got his car pretty much fixed up, and he's out there on fresh tires. But he's a couple laps down, so really, he's kind of ripping in Sean Butler a little bit. He's got nothing to lose. And Sean just let him go by, too. Rather than trying to race him, just say, hey, go ahead and go. All flustered here and maybe wreck me out because you want to be ahead of me.
Thomas Lee behind the wall now, huh, guys?
Yep, sorry, Rush. It's in the infield now. You're going to have to come down here.
It's up for sale.
But Dustin Lee still running in second here, guys. So, man, I'm telling you what, he's doing quite well with that hunk of jump. Coming down to about 25 to go here. You know what? This has actually not been too bad of a race.
It's certainly been different, but it hasn't been bad necessarily.
We've had a lot of good racing.
Yeah, 4 cautions. Wow. I mean, for 250 laps, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of the people that are gone, they have had connection issues as Thomas Lee pulls his car back up on track. Oh, and another caution.
Ed bringing out the caution. Whoops.
No, sometimes your arm gets itchy and you just have to scratch it, you know? I get it.
Oh, pace cars.
Yeah, Rudy, I am having camera problems too. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. There could be a glitch in this track or something here.
The pace car just nailed the wall right when you were talking about that glitch.
There's a pace. It's back because I know sometimes there's a glitch where the pace car wrecks and you can't complete the race. And if that would have happened, that would have been. Ooh, but it came back.
I think there's some glitches on this track, but I've got to go back and do something different here. I've got to find something to mess with this IRTVO. I got to figure it out. I have trouble with it for a couple of days now. But Sean Butler here now, we're coming down, getting pretty close to 20 to go here, guys. And nobody's really got anything for Sean. Dustin Lee in second place or 1 lap down.
Yeah, he's going to get his lap back. He's going to get a lap back.
Kevin O'Brien, by the way, did just confirm that he actually lost power and that was his issue with the disconnection. But he's back now, so.
Yeah, he's several laps down. You're like 179 laps down. What's how many more laps can you run to maybe pick up another position or 2?
If I run 10 more, I'll get past Kirk for 13th. I might be able to get past Michael Norris before the end of it and get up to 12th. I don't know, we'll see.
And Dustin Lee is back on the lead lap now, getting some of that damage fixed. So I don't know, he's got a lot of damage. I don't know if he's going to be that big of a factor, but he could take the win from Sean Butler. It's a possibility. I know he's coming back down into pit road now. I think he's just going to get as much damage as he can fixed.
As we see Don King and Tommy Lee still sitting on pit road. Boy, Dustin's going to have to do something here pretty quick because if he don't get off pit road ahead of the pace car, he's going to lose that lap he just got back.
Tommy Lee pulling out of the pits now. Don must have some really bad damage. Probably looking about anywhere from 6 to 9 seconds or minutes. Sorry, guys.
Dustin does get back out and stays on the lead lap now. So we're going to have 2 guys on the lead lap. Dustin's going to try to stay with him, but I don't know. Sean's car is pretty perfect shape, and Dustin's tore up pretty bad.
We are 1 to green, I think.
Yeah. Lacer off on the pace car, and the pace car ducks off. Green flag is in the air. There we go. 20 laps to go, guys. 19, excuse me. Sean just out here cruising around, diamonding these corners, and man, I'm telling you, nothing somebody figured out.
It's over for Don King. He's pulling his pits. He can't get that thing under control. Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Probably 6th or 7th place finish is not going to be too bad. All considered.
And look on the bright side, Rush has even more cars to buy.
Yep.
He's got Tommy, Dustin, and Donald now. I think I got a couple more down there too.
After we take the checkers, I'll make sure I get mine torn up enough so you can maybe buy mine.
Yeah.
Well, I think what it is he's got a low budget, racing budget. And he's got to buy them wrecks, and he's got to be able to drive them in order to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, these torn up cars are still about 10 times better than Morgan Shepherd's, so...
Oh, boy, am I ever disconnected immediately after a race.
Are you getting woke now?
No, I was earlier, which is why I'm retaliating now. I can't do anything.
Sean goes by Ed Hewitt to put Ed in another lap. Ed running in the 5th position. Wow. He's picked up a bunch of positions. Don King's went back to 7th.
Yeah, I don't think you'll be seeing Don King come out of the pits again.
Well, he's not going to finish any better. I don't think Kevin O'Brien's so many laps down. He can't get by Don.
Don's back on the racetrack right now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he must. The only thing I can think of is maybe he had some major damage and he tried to fix as much as possible, and and finding out it's not going to work, having to go in and get a little more done.
Well, coming to 10 to go here, guys. Sean Butler leading. Wow, a bunch of laps. 158 laps he's led.
10 laps to go, guys. 10 laps to go.
Kevin Schofield running in the 3rd spot has led 63 laps. Dustin Lee has led 3, and here he's still running in 2nd spot. That last pit stop, he did not take tires, I believe. He just went in and tried to get a little bit of damage finished up. Probably didn't take tires or fuel. Probably had enough fuel. Sean goes by him on the outside, so the leader puts the 2nd place guy another lap down. Puts him a lap down. But Dustin just out here driving around. Kevin Schofield there in 3rd is a whole nother lap behind him. Dustin is taking it easy here and get a 2nd place finish. 7 laps to go. Playing cool here and get a 2nd place finish easily.
Sean's still putting a 206 mile an hour speed down the straightaway.
206.
Yeah, I'm showing 206. 207.
That's
I'm showing about. Yeah.
I'm showing
no.
at least 500 miles an hour.
I'm sure maybe 130.
Yeah.
Well, it's not showing me in kilometers. Oh well. Anyway.
Well, if you put up the driver big, it'll show his
Right.
speed rating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't say that it's in kilometers though. If that's what it is.
I'm showing miles per hour.
2 laps to go. 2 laps to go.
Right on Sean Butler as he comes around. 2 laps to go. He's going to be bringing it to victory lane, guys. Again.
White flag, final lap for Sean. This is a great season. I don't know how many wins he's got in the trucks. A lot, maybe. He won the Gen 6 race last night, led most of the laps here tonight. Won the championship in the trucks, and he's going to take the win here at Bristol in the Nationwide Series.
Wow, look at that. Great win, Sean Butler. Man, I'm telling you what, that guy, he is just so smooth. He is just so smooth out here. Let me know, guys, when the mic is free, and I'll open it up here.
I think it might be clear now. I think you might be good.
Sean Butler, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you, Rudy.
Wow, Mr. Smooth out there. I'm telling you. I'm going to start calling you the smooth criminal because, man, I'm telling you what, you just dominated this race today. Once you and Kevin got away from each other, he got had some problems and got involved in a wreck, but you stayed out here, kept your car clean all day, and brought it to victory lane. Congratulations, Sean.
Yeah, thanks. Kevin was really good there in the beginning, and he was, once we got a long green flag run there in the beginning, he let me go because I was a little bit faster, and then just happened to be some lap cars, you know, just the way we got through the lap cars, that he got a little behind, and we had some more cautions, and once we get that really long green flag run, I'm not sure how I'm doing it, but I'm saving tires somehow because he had to pit me on that long green flag because his right front tire was just destroyed. He's down like under 50%. So, you know, I just wish I knew. I was trying to figure out how to tell him on the radio what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing differently.
Well, it was one heck of a race, Sean. You led 168 laps here today out of 250. I mean, that's domination deluxe. Kevin only led 63, but you know, you led the last one, and that's the most important one. But tell us how the car felt out there for you.
This car's a little tight, but I just making it work, running it in up high, and then cutting it down to the low side off the center of the corner, and the center of the corner, that seems to be the best way to get around here, and that's because you can drive it pretty straight off the corner if you do that, and that's pretty much how I keep it as smooth as I can. That's probably why I don't get sideways off the corner or anything, but like I said, I don't know how I can save my right front tire so much, because after that long green flag run, Kevin said this is at 50, under 50, and I was at 67 still on my right front, so I don't know. It's just a little tight, but, you know, you just adapt to it and do the best you can.
Well, it was good enough to bring home the win here today, Sean, and, you know, this is just what we were just talking about in the booth earlier. I mean, you're leading 3 out of the 4 series here at Maximum Speed Racing, and you know what? That's pure freaking domination, dude. That's just awesome racing. So, but congratulations again, Sean, for your win here today. And you want to give a special shout out to anybody?
I just want to congratulate everyone out here tonight. This was definitely a race of attrition. You know, Kevin was really good. Dustin did what he had to do. He stayed out there for a long time, so he hit the wall early, and he didn't want to use his reset, and he came home second. So just good job by everybody, and just looking forward to championship week next week and these 2 things and see how it all shakes out.
All right, Sean. Thanks a lot, buddy. And again, congratulations. Aaron?
Thanks, Rudy.
All right, Sean. I don't have really any questions. You sort of summed it up pretty much for Rudy, but I just want to congratulate you on your great season this year and this past week, because You finished second in the truck race, almost won that, barely lost that, won the Gen 6 race, led almost every lap, or not almost every lap here, but most of the laps here, and won the race here, and you won the championship in the truck. So I just want to congratulate you on such a great season in all the series this year, and you've put on a dominating performance.
Thanks, Aaron. It's been a real fun time this year, and I wish I was really looking forward to fighting Tony Godwin for all these, and because he was the guy to beat last year, and it was a great beginning of the season all the way up through halfway, and then, you know, we've had some great drivers join, Travis and all those guys, and Tommy, and you know, they definitely stepped up the amount of competition in here. You know, it was just like Tony winning every week, it seemed like it, and then all these guys just really step it up. It's been a really fun year.
Except now we got Sean Godwin.
All right, thank you, Sean.
No, I was going to have you do the second place guy, but that's all right. I'll go ahead and do him. You can get Kevin.
All
right. Dustin Lee, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Wow, Dustin, you drove the Rushmobile around there to finish up them last few laps. Man, tell us a little bit about how the race went for you today, because it looked like you were a ping pong ball there for quite a while.
Yeah, it was definitely Bristol. I mean, I finished out the race with 16 out of 17X, so I was about to be gone. But yeah, I spent most of the race on old tires, probably like the 125 laps the first, 125, something like that. I didn't even change tires because I didn't want to use my reset. I'd been in like 3 wrecks by then, so it was still driving good.
Well, congratulations coming home second spot today, Dustin. I mean, it looked like a pretty tough race out there, you know, and a lot of cars fell out of the field. But you brought it home second today, and I'm telling you what, I'm pretty doggone proud of you on that finish for driving such a car that looked like it was torn up all over the place. There wasn't I don't think a straight fender on that thing, but you got fixed up what you could get fixed up and brought it home second. So great job by you today, Dustin.
Yeah, appreciate it. It was a real handful after that last wreck there, and yeah, I had a little bit of luck on my side too. As long, you know, I was about to go a second lap down and pretty much move second to Kevin there, and got a caution, so I was able to get 2 laps up on him. So felt a little bit better about that. But yeah, I had nothing for Kevin. I had nothing for Sean.
Well, great job out there today, Dustin. Good job, man. You want to give a special shout out to anybody?
Yeah, thanks for everybody, and you know, all the lap cars and everything, giving them a lot of room and everything. Sponsor Olive Hill Welding, and yeah, it's you guys doing such a great job.
Okay, Dustin, thank you very much, and congratulations again on your second place. All right, back to you, Aaron.
All right, Kevin Schofield, you got a copy?
Yeah, I do, Aaron. How you doing?
Good, and since you're so good at these interviews, I'm just going to let you go with it. Just tell us about your race.
Oh, you're killing me. This is the one night I didn't want to go into detail, but I will. Like Sean said, we were talking a bunch in TeamSpeak and trying to figure out what I was doing wrong because the right front was just coming right off the car. I couldn't maintain it. He had about 17%. His was about 17% fresher than mine was when we had to pit that one time after that long green run, or right before that caution, that final caution anyway. So on new tires, I was fast and I would get away, but I don't know. It just, the car is tight, and I really felt like I wasn't putting that much wheel in it, and I wasn't braking hard. I was letting it roll, and I wasn't pinching it too hard off the corner. So I really felt like I would be saving my tires, if anything, but that wasn't the case. And I just had no speed to get Sean. He just kept pulling away and pulling away. And finally I got the message that my right front tire was wearing out. So instead of taking the chance of it blowing, and wrecking the car, I decided to pit, get fresh tires, and unfortunately for me, a caution came out pretty much at that moment, and had it not, I probably would have still been in second, but that's just the way it goes. Same thing for that last caution. Had it not come out when it did, they could have passed Dustin because his car was pretty cracked up, and it probably would have moved me up to second, but, you know, it's no big deal. It was a long race, a tough race. May have to shorten it in the future if we come back to Bristol. I think that's why the field is as small as it is at the time the race ended. I think it was a really long race, a really grinding race, and it just, wore people out. There wasn't even that many cautions, come to think of it, for a short track like Bristol. There's a lot of green flag laps run. But at the end, I just got to be happy with third place. I finished third in all 3 series this week, top 3. It's good points. So, I'm happy with that. We'll have to do better next time.
All right, thank you, Kevin, and congratulations on your third place finish. All right, ready?
Thanks a lot.
All right, well, let's wrap this up, guys, and we'll give a quick rundown here of where everybody finished. Sean Butler, of course, our winner. Dustin Lee second. Kevin Schofield finishing third, 2 laps down. Robert Craze fourth. Good run by Robert. Ed Hewitt finishing in the top 5. Wow, that's great for him. Tommy Lee sixth. Donald King finishing 7th. Kevin O'Brien 8th. Stephen Pearson 9th. Mike Ellis 10th. Christopher Perryman 11th. Michael Norris 12th. Stuart Redmond finishing 13th. William Kirk 14th. Danny McCoon 15th. Brandon Thomas 16th. Teddy Wisniewski 17th. Stephen Hollingsworth 18th. Travis Townsend in the 19th position. I believe that was all the racers that we had. Yeah. So, but anyhow, very good race. We wanted to look at it real quick here. We did have 5 cautions and 9 lead changes. So, for 250 laps, Aaron, 5 cautions, that's pretty doggone good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of thought there'd be a heck of a lot more than that, but, that's pretty amazing. So,
I was showing 7 cautions, but, yeah, it was a really good race, man. I mean, these guys really went a long length with dealing with the tires and everything, the beat up cars. I think they all did a great job tonight.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. You're showing 7 cautions?
Yeah, I'm showing 7 cautions.
Yeah, it probably was because I reset my IRTV on it. Yep, you're right, 7 cautions. My bad. But still,
all in all, 7 cautions for 250 laps. That's amazing.
It is absolutely amazing. So, but Aaron, any last minute words you want to put out there about the race tonight?
No, just congratulations to Sean and all of our top 3 finishers, and I hope to come back and hopefully I can do this for the championship week next week, hopefully, and broadcast for you guys, or help commentate, sorry. But it was a fun race to call tonight. I think 50% of the broadcast was just us picking on Rush, but it's still okay, though.
Hey, that's a good broadcast. A broadcast where you're picking on Rush is a good broadcast.
It was good stuff. Yeah, he left TeamSpeak. He must be all tore up.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
That's
the only reason I'm still around. But
I mean, he just bought 5 new cars. Why would he be in TeamSpeak?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's going out to check them out now.
So, but anyhow, Michael, sum it up in your words here. What did you think of the race tonight?
Oh, like I said, man, it was amazing. It's an amazing race. I'm just glad I wasn't out there to ruin it for everyone. Like I said, that many cautions in this kind of a race is amazing, and the way guys out there were driving their cars all beat up, and all the respect, and congratulations to Sean Butler again, man. Amazing job, buddy.
Absolutely. Well, Stuart, you want to get a little sum up in here about the race? You were in it and did get caught up in a wreck there, but you managed to finish 13th today. So you want to give us a little sum up of what your race was like today?
What I learned today is that if you wreck, get your damage fixed and get back out there. Because I probably could have had a solid top 5 or not top 5, but a solid top 10 finish. Had I gotten the damage fixed, it was fun there towards the end. I was, we were restarting in those big packs, and I was keeping up with the leaders relatively well, considering my car was destroyed, and I'm terrible at this game or simulation. Don't jump on me, but it was a good race. For Bristol, not a lot of good can come out of Bristol, but it was fun. It was unconventional, but it made it interesting.
Right, yeah. All right, well, guys, that's going to wrap it up here. Let's see, next week. Where do we go next week? I believe we go to the season finale at Chicagoland for 125 laps. But that's going to wrap it up for Maximum Speed Racing this week. Next week is the finale for the trucks, Tuesday, and also next Thursday the finale for the nationwide cars. Wednesday night is the Gen 6, but that's not the finale for that. We're kind of off seasons a little bit on that. But then that'll be the end of the season until after New Year's, and we'll be starting up a new truck season on Tuesday and a new nationwide on Thursday after the first of the year. We'll be getting the schedule rounded up ready here and get it all presented to the drivers, and so they know where everybody's going to run. But I think it was a great race tonight. I've been seeing some really great races here in the last few weeks. A lot of new drivers, and these new drivers, I really kind of was not expecting the racing to be as good as it was, but man, I'm telling you what, they're really impressing me with their driving.
Yeah, great race, and they're getting better every race. And too bad it's over. But next season, when they start off again, they're all going to be just as good. Yeah. And I just want to thank everybody, all the viewers out there, and thank you very much from everybody involved at MaxSpeedTV. It's making this all possible, and we can't do it without the viewers, guys, so keep coming back. Thank you.
All right, well, check us out at MaxSpeedTV.com. Everything is under the viewing screen there on Twitch. If you scroll down, you can go to the Facebook page, the YouTube page, the Max Speed Racing League site, and you can check out our schedule right there and see when we're going to be running, and you can also go to the Max Speed TV site. So, but follow us here on Twitch. If you haven't followed us yet, click that follow button underneath the viewing screen, and when we go live, you'll get a little email telling you, hey, they're live over there. And tomorrow, I have 2 broadcasts back-to-back tomorrow, so you're going to see a lot of racing here tomorrow night. Friday night, I do 2 broadcasts back-to-back. One at, I believe it's at 7 o'clock Eastern, or 8 o'clock, I think 8 o'clock Eastern. And then the other one follows it right up just a short time after that. And but follow us here, guys, because you're going to see some great racing tomorrow night. We got Barks competition, karting, and after that is the IWCR. So
that's right, Rudy. I'll be out there racing the IndyCar for Max Speed TV tomorrow night. So come check it out. Barks competition karting, sponsored by DirtySouthRacing.com, sponsored by Barks Competition. I'm getting this down.
Yep.
And an extra thanks to the extra guys up here, Aaron and Stuart, for helping us out in the booth.
Yes. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, it's been great being up here. Thank you, Rudy. The other thing I'd like to mention is, if you've been thinking about signing up for Max Speed and you just haven't decided to pull the trigger yet, we're going to be starting a new season up here shortly. If I'm correct, coming into the championship week, now will be a good time. You want to be around at the start of the season so you can compete with points.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to be way behind in the points to come in 2 or 3 races into the season, because you're already 2 or 3 races and points behind. So you definitely want to get signed up now. Go to look us up on the league page. Look up Maximum Speed Racing in iRacing, and sure thing there, Root Coma. No problem, buddy. But yeah, and sign up. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow then, and that'll do it for tonight, guys. Thank you.